Hello again and welcome back to Paul's Racing Channel, to the Ultimate Racing League, sponsored by Eldridge Air Conditioning. So onward we go to round 4 now of our Sunday Championship Porsche Cup of the Pro-Am 2 League, and we're in Italy for this one at the Lake Maggiore circuit, the GP layout. 13 laps round here on this first race, 3.6 mile clockwise circuit, 17 turns, just north of Italy, close to the Swiss border, about 128 miles from Switzerland itself, but yeah, close to the Swiss border. So race one, as I say, and we've got softs all the way for this one. So before we get going, let's just go through the points situation, which I've just got to get in front of me because I'm unprofessional and I haven't got it all sorted already, which I normally would have, but here we go. So this is it going into this round after round 3. So we have RJS Racing now, top of the championship on 85 points, actually joint top with Tidders, in fact, because he had a good round last time, didn't he, Tidders? Got Willard up to third with 79 points, so only sort of 6 points difference there between the top two and the third place, and then only a point then from Blackstart in fourth in 78, so close. The top four very, very close indeed. Only a difference of 7 points in total there. Then fifth place we've got Aussie Rooster, is on 67 points, so again not that far behind, with Grahamid in sixth on 63. Flat B in seventh on 55. We've got Mystic Clegg, who had a good round last time, in 8th on 52. We've got Shifty in 9th on 50. And then Peter is rounds off the top 10 and he's on 42 points. Well, he's still early days, obviously, so still pretty close everywhere in the championship table at the moment. So all things are going to change by the time we get to the end of this, that's for sure. But, well, I think it's time to get on with this first race. And stop my waffle. Let's get on with it. It's what you want to watch, really, isn't it, at the end of the day? So, Mystic Clegg then takes this pole position. As I say, had quite a good round last time, didn't he? I think he just nipped that podium place off of Tidders in the end in the second race at Deep Forest. And that was due to running out of fuel for Tidders. So he's a bit unfortunate himself. But Mystic Clegg managed to get that podium place and sticks it on pole position here for this first race in Italy. So then we've got Tidders himself in second with yet another different car colour change there. We've got Digi, who's joined us again in third. We've got RJS Racing in fourth. That's our leader in the championship now, joint leader in fact from Tidders. Got Aussie Rooster in fifth place, Rufus in sixth, Black Star in seventh, Peter in eighth, Sideways George in ninth, Grahamid in 10th, Willard down there in 11th, Kebabs Man in 12th, and Jabba in 13th. So actually, Jabba and Kebabs Man join us here for this one. So it's good to see them returning. I think they missed the last round, didn't they? So good to have 13 cars on the circuit then. Right, here we go. Let's watch those lights go out. And away we go up to this first turn. This tight left-hander followed by a quick, tight right-hander. So it all can get a little bit messy through here. Got to be a little bit careful. Does everyone get through okay? Looks like it. No one's making any rash moves by the looks of it. No, all through there nicely. Tidders going with Mystic Clegg out front now. Both just pulled a little bit of time on Digi in third. So these two, like they're up for it early doors here as they come down this tricky right-hander now, the bottom of the hill in the dip. I'm making moves here. We've got Bazman having a look at Sideways George, but they didn't get that done. Willard's at the back in 13, so what happened to Willard? Because he was 11th, so he did drop a couple of places there. So, oh, there you go, just got turned round by Grahamid there, just on the, he was on the inside there. Let's have a look. Grahamid might have been going around the outside. Let's have a look. So Willard, as they come around the left-hander, Willard in 10th behind Grahamid, or was it Willard having a move? Or it was actually Willard having a bit of a move on Grahamid up the inside, and actually came off worse and dropped him all the way back down to the back of the field for Willard. So So he's got to try and get going now. Back up top though, Mystic Clegg still leading it from Tidders. As I say, that little gap's forming now between themselves and third and fourth, as we see RJS, our championship leader, having a go at Digi, but RJS on the outside through the S's with Aussie Rooster behind them. Now remember, you can take all this inside curb without picking up a penalty all the way through. Foot to the floor through here as Aussie Rooster now right up behind RJS as they come up over the top of the rise down into the dip into this next tricky right-hander on the brakes. Can lose it here easily. I think everyone's got through. Can run it wide as well into that gravel if you're not careful. Looks like everyone's got through okay though. You know, Willard's actually 12th, so he's got past Jabber already, so making moves already is Willard. After losing that, as Rufus has a look at this, Rufus having a look up the inside of Rooster. Rufus and Rooster, two R's are at it. Oh, and Rooster sticking it out there, just keeping it on the outside all the way round, and Rufus didn't fancy that fight. He backed off big time. Thinking those 6 will sit there for a minute. Only lap 1 out of 13, so still got all that race to go yet, so let's not, no point in putting in any harsh moves at the moment anyway. Star in 7th, Peter in 8th, down to turn 1 they go. Who was that a move there? Was it? Did I see? No. No, playing it all nice and clean through there, that's what I like to see. No one's making any moves there. So Mystic Clegg all running it really wide, and Tidders, and you can use it out there. I'm not sure how much you can actually use without picking up a penalty. It might be okay, in fact. I'll give you pretty much all of it, yeah. It's all getting faster sectors, of course, which they would do because this is lap 2. So it'll come down through that dip, using that curb out on the outside like Blackstar, others with that tighter line as Peter did. On the outside now though, coming through the S's, sometimes it can work because you can then be on the inside for this second part of the S, but then Blackstar sticking it there, uses all that curb I was telling you about on the inside, just the whole car can go over that. Hamid sitting behind them as well, so 3 cars in a line here, coming down the hill towards this turn 11. Blackstar still holding off Peter. Hamid still side by side though, these two. Oh, and they're having it, aren't they, through here? Peter's not going to get, yeah, I was going to say he's going to have to back off a little bit there, otherwise he's going to get pushed right on the outside. Hamid now trying to have a little sniff at Peter too. Playing it nice and fair, these 3 at the moment. That's what I like to see. It's good driving from these 3 here for 7th, 8th and 9th. Change up front at the moment. Let's just see how close they are though, coming down to turn 1. Now it looks like Mystic Clegg's got a nice little cushion there in front now. But Digi though, he had to think about having a go at Tidders. So Tidders under pressure now. Whoa, from Digi. Flash of lights from Tidders there. And RJS just seems to sit there, doesn't he? Doesn't get involved in any stupidness. He just lets the race come to him. He's got a lot to lose, top of the championship, or joint top with Tidders at the moment. Don't want to get involved in anything, does he? Just wants to sit there and let the others fight it out. One of which is Tidders. So we'll be hoping that he can get closer to him, or he has something go wrong. At the moment, nothing's going wrong for Tidders, is it? Playing with Mystic Clegg still. Digi's looking strong as well in 3rd. These 3 now. That gap back to RJS. And on the braking zone at the bottom of the hill, 50 metre ball. Kind of coast it through here. You don't give it too much beans until you straighten her up on exit, then you can give it large. But just coast it through there. Use all that inside curb. Use a lot of curbs around this track actually without being penalised too much. So Aussie Rooster still ahead of Rufus in 5th. Rufus becoming a little bit, looking a little bit stronger now, isn't he? It started quite well. He was having difficulty, shall we say, in the first couple of rounds. Rufus, I think he was just trying to get rid of, just getting used to the car. But now it looks like he's got used to it, and he's fighting up the top end at the moment. In the last round, so he's clearly getting used to it. Oh, now, isn't he? Oh, a little bit of lag of jumpy around now. I can see. Hopefully, start getting on that stupidness. And Peter there is 7th, sideways in 8th. Nard 9th now. Jabba 10th. Babs man half a second down to 11th. Mohammed in 12th. He's going backwards a bit. And Blackstar, what's happened to him? He's gone all the way back down to 13th. Quite a long way back as well. So let's see what happened to him. He must have had an off somewhere. Oh, and that could be it. Was that it? He's still in 13th. There's some time ago that he must have happened to him. But he's down there in 13th then, so not a great start to this round at this first race for Blackstar. Mystic Clegg, I think, has been buoyed by getting that podium in the last round. He looked pretty quick round there, and it looks like he's got some pace here as well, so maybe just got that little bit of confidence. Finishing on the podium. It's another piece of that, and at the moment he's on that top step. 4 laps in. It's going to be quite a long race, though. Only 4 laps into 13, so quite a long race round here. Soft tyres are going to be wearing thin by the time this is finished, certainly on that left front clockwise circuit. It's always going to be the left that gets the abuse. Oh, well, now Digi's gone. Where's Digi? I've been rabbiting on, and we've lost Digi. He's all the way back. Oh, and there he is. What happened to, well, it's through the S's, isn't it? I didn't even notice. It's me rabbiting on, and there you go. So he was, where's he gone? 6th place, so he's still there. So there he was in 3rd. So let's go back to where he was when we last picked him up. So in 3rd, he was going to grab a load of this curb, and he, well, what happened now? Gone off track, but he just disappeared to the left. It's like something broke, like the steering had broke. And he's just rolling on now, and he hasn't got no brakes either, has he? Look, it's completely gone, he's died. Fortunate not to take any of the cars out as he got himself back across the track, but steering's definitely gone, brakes have gone as well, and I don't know what's up with him. He obviously eventually gets it started, but the car just stopped. Yeah, look, he's trying to get it started, he's all spinning in the mud, and yeah, so he's had something happen there, whether that's a disconnect or some major error with the car, but that pushed him all the way back down, long way back. He's out of this race now. I mean, the only good thing for him, I suppose, is he has got that fastest lap at the moment at 1:56.8, but it's about all he's going to get if it stays there. He's not going to get much else out of this first race, but what that does do is put RJS up to 3rd now, which is exactly what he wanted. He was sitting there, wasn't he, and just hoping that something was going to happen in front of him, and he did. But look at Tidders now as well. Tidders is now wheeled in Mystic Clegg. That lead that Mystic Clegg had is now completely gone. Tidders has got right up back behind him now. So maybe Mystic Clegg gave a little moment somewhere. Just lost him that time, but Tidders then is obviously hungry for another victory. Had one recently, he wants another one. That's a great piece of track. Feels lovely, flat out all the way through. From the moment you start the S's right down to this right hand at the bottom of the hill, and then it's hard on the brakes, coast it through, use all that inside curb if you want, and out the other side and up the hill to start this final sector. But these are the two at the moment who looking favourites to take top spot, but it's just who's going to be on first and who's going to be second. Of course, RJS is still there in third, and he's probably have something to say by the time this race is finished, having only been 5 laps in. And what happened there? That was a lot of curb taken by Tillers, and that might have lost him a bit of time. See the front of his car come up there and was using a lot of curb here, bumping and grinding up over these curbs. It's too much, but he lost a little bit. JS is just going to sit there, you know, isn't he? He's just going to sit there and wait and think, you know, save my tyres, not going to use up too much of that left side. Let them fight out up top, let them push as hard as they can. And then you never know, I might be able to get myself a victory. Well, he's in podium place at the moment in third. He's still pretty good. He's right behind his closest rival, joint top with him on 85 points, Tidders. So all the time he's got him in his sights. Knows that he's not going to be losing a huge amount of points compared to him. As he moves to fourth now, with Digi disappearing. Rufus in fifth. Again, as I say, Rufus now in fifth place, getting stronger and stronger every round. Still chasing down Aussie Rooster, and Aussie Rooster's no slouch. So Rufus clearly liking that push. Now, got a little bit of lag going on. Oh, it takes a lot of that inside curb. I mean, you can take a lot of it. That was inside curb and some from Rufus. Should be alright though. And Peter in sixth place. Some early scraps in this race, didn't he? Battling hard. Now just sitting there in sixth place. He was sort of the back of this first couple of groups, and then a big. Oh, now you've got to be careful. You can pick up a penalty there. That is regarded as track limits. Yeah, I thought that might happen. Be a little bit careful on that exit coming round that double apex right-hander. Just on exit there as you swing round on that left-hander, trying to keep close to that inside curb. If you take too much of that inside and the grass, that's what happens. So half a second for him, it shouldn't affect him too much. He's got sideways next up in seventh, but he's quite some way back off him, so that half a second he ain't going to lose any positions because of that. Willard in eighth now. Just trying to get it back going again, isn't he? From he's off lap one. Right at this point, he had a coming together with Rahamid. He came off worse. Jabba in ninth. He's up to put himself up there. He's following Willard. And there's Grahamid. So even though he was ahead of Willard at the start, for whatever reason, it's just not happening here at the moment. He's comfortable there in 10th, but probably not where he wants to be at this stage of the race. Black Star, 11th. Well, then, you know, he had a moment early doors and that cost him a little bit down there in 11th place. Now for Black Star and Kebab's man, I think he's just been picking up penalties really that's been hampering his progression through the field here. Down here in 12th, remember though, he's again missed last round. Missed the first couple or one or whatever it was, and so he's not had a full season, as full a season as the rest of the guys in this car. The Pussy Wagon, as he's got on there. That's with the old Pink Panther kids cartoon back in the day. And the older folk will know what I'm talking about there, but sort of theme. Digi in 13th. Well, I mean, he knows the race is over him, but he won't quit or carry on, but just kind of counting down the laps now, isn't he, Digi? Back of our leaders, and again, Mystic Clegg using all of that runoff and some of the red. Be just a little bit careful. Obviously knows what he can use. in the lead still, and again, just looks like he's pulled away a little bit from Tidders. Tidders piling on the pressure. Race really. Maybe that front left is just starting to feel slightly different at this stage now. So maybe just Luke, and he's used a lot of that curb and the grass, and he's going to be very lucky. Almost on the Digi, although Digi just completely went off to the left, like his steering broke. But RJS now, here he goes. Prime position in third. Tyres looking good. All about level. Fronts and rears. Closing in on Tidders, who's, remember, got that warm front left. JS might just be now starting to come into play. And already all over the back of Tidders, looking for that second place. He gets a good run through this next section, that double right hand apex. Down here, down through towards the final corner. Get this final corner right, have a better run through it than Tidders. Can he have a go down at turn one? It's the obvious passing place here in this circuit. I don't think it's close enough at this point. No, he's not going to go for that. That would be a dive. So he's just going to sit there. So start lap 9. Just all that inside curb. Exactly what I would do as well. Allows you to do that. And that one, as I say, you can take liberties around this Maggiore circuit. Use a lot of the curbing without getting penalised. Tidders, well, with this sort of a pressure behind him, is doing pretty well. So it's tough when you've got one of your competitors right up behind you who's looks to have a little bit more pace than you as well. You don't want to give him the place. Obviously he wants it, but at the same time, if they're quicker than you, they're quicker than you. You're just going to have to concede it. But at the moment, it doesn't look that way, does it? But RJS looking comfortable, a lot more comfortable than Tidders. Looks like Tidders is pushing hard, but at any point it looks like that car might just decide to go on him as go into the braking zone. JS using a lot better exit there. Look at this, took some of that gravel, which can actually help sometimes, just get you that traction. Right up behind Tidders now. It's on the charge, is RJS. Braking now for this double right-hander. Again, you can use on this curb, just let it feed itself out to the left, now back onto the inside. Now Tidders is on the inside here as RJS has a look, but he's going to be on the outside, going down down to the final corner. That's not going to work. Can he do the switchback though? He's going to look for it. He tried it. Tidders was defended. He covered it. Yeah, he's trying to break Tidders there. Try and get that switchback. Tidders, you can see him. You can visibly see him looking in his mirrors, turning his head, seeing where RJS is. Of course, this fighting is allowing Mr. Clegg to just clear off. 10 laps into the 13, it's 4 laps to go, and his usual wide line there is allowed. Look at the gap he's pulled now on these two from them fighting. This may have just given him the win. Tidders, we know, he's struggling on the tyres. Let's have a look at Mr. Clegg, he's looking pretty good as well. Tidders is struggling with that front left now. RJS is, yeah, pretty, they're very good. It's late into the race. Still pretty much brand new, these tyres, and RJS, and Tidders has got that half a second penalty, and that's due to him pushing, due to the tyres not quite being up to scratch now, so he's pushing, but also giving the track limits, and there you go. Couldn't do anything about that, just had to concede it. RJS passed him through the penalty zone. Up to second goes RJS now. The next task is to try and get onto the back. Mr. Clegg. He's got quite a nice lead at the moment, but what sort of pace? He's probably got slightly better tyres as RJS to what Mr. Clegg's got. Not a lot in it, but he probably has got slightly better tyres, and with, well, end of this will be 3 laps to go at the start of the next lap. So he's got time. If he can continue the pace that he's got, RJS, I think he can probably catch Mystic Clegg ahead of him. There he is. So as he comes out of the final corner, RJS coming out of it now. That's your gap. I want to beat that Digi Lago 156.8 yet. Will anybody beat it? It might be his only consolation he's got here in this race because, as I say, he's well out of this one. So RJS, what can he do? I still think Mystic Clegg has probably got this one wrapped up. Not under any severe pressure from RJS yet. I think RJS might just decide that that's enough because he probably thinking about the championship now. He knows he's ahead of his closest rival. That's all he needs to do, really, I guess. There's not going to be a lot of points difference between the two positions, but ultimately you're still going to get an extra point or two. Every point counts, even this early in the championship. Tidders is just struggling now. I think he's struggling with them tyres. Got no answer to RJS in second. Now where's Aussie? Now Aussie Rooster is in fourth. He looks to be a little bit too far back off the back of Tidders, although it does depend on how Tidders' tyres go. I mean, we've still got 2.5 laps to go. 2 and a bit laps to go, and it depends, doesn't it? If they start to fall right off the cliff, Tidders, then Aussie Rooster, although his tyres ain't brilliant, may have a chance to catch him. I do think, though, the three that's at the top is the three that's going to finish going across the checkered flag as they are now. But we know it's not over till it's over. Anything can happen with the tyres the way they are. In some cases, slightest little mistake, too much curb, touch of the grass, it suddenly all changes, doesn't it? But Mystic Clegg, as he starts his penultimate lap, it's round now, through turn 4, down towards that downhill cambered right-hander turn 5. Up the other side towards the S's, and RJS, I think, has settled for second. Tibbers certainly has settled for third. Aussie Rooster in 4th place. Got Peter, we'll just go through the field now, in 5th place. Rufus in 6th. Peter's past Rufus. Rufus struggling a little bit on tyres as well, I think, now. Willard in 7th, so got himself up into 7th place then. Sideways George in 8th place. I haven't seen too much of these boys, have we, to be fair, but 8th place for Sideways George now. Trying to go with Willard. Mohammed behind him in 9th. Up along the longest in the track here. About half a mile long, 800 metres along that back straight. Black Star in 10th. Jabu in 11th. Babsman in 12th, and Digi, we know, in 13th. But our leader from pole position, remember, has led this race, was under big pressure from Tidders early doors, starts that final lap now. So it's just got 3.6 miles left to take victory as Mystic Clegg probably start to begin to ease off a little bit. You don't need to push quite as hard as RJS in 2nd. Tidders in 3rd. He's struggling big time. Not got a lot of fuel either. Probably got enough to see him to the end, but definitely struggling. Aussie Rooster also. I think all the tyres are now coming into play a bit, although Peter's not looking too bad. He might have a shot at catching Aussie Rooster in 4th place, you know. Peter, he's got better tyres than Aussie. Not far off the back of him, is he? Can our astronaut catch the rooster? Right, just stick with this for a second, just to see. So we see Rufus in the background in 6th place. I think Rossie's probably got enough. Peter will try his hardest to get to the back of him, but I think probably enough from Aussie there in 4th. Go back to our leader as he starts to come round to the end of the lap now, through turn 16 down to turn 17 for the last time to take victory. Mystic Clegg from the pole position. He takes victory here in race 1. Congratulations to him. Well done. RJS will be good there in 2nd. He'll be pleased with that, really. Be happy with that. With Tidders a long way back in the end. Tyres will actually nearly ran out of fuel here in race 1, didn't he? Does get that 3rd though, and Aussie Rooster just ahead of 4th. That was closer than what I thought. Peter in 5th. Good for him. Rufus will come in 6th place. Then we've got this battle. Willard 7th. Closely followed by Sideways and 8th. Got Hamid in 9th. Close battle there. And then Black Star 10th place for him. Never really got it going, did he, Black Star? 10th place. Jabba in 11th. To relieve Kebab Man, who's just coming down now to the final corner to take that 12th place. It's actually quite surprising how many was that low on fuel. Remember, there was no stop there, but yet the fuel was very, very close to running out, although Digi's got quite a lot, but then that was probably due to the fact he spent most of his time backwards on the grass. But the one consolation for him is he will get the fastest lap here in race 1. But he will, unfortunately for him, coming in 13th place. But he'd see it out to the end. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. So good race there for everybody here at Lake Maggiore circuit. Race 1, round 4. And catch me again soon for race 2 here in beautiful Italy. And hopefully you will aim for another crack at it. So just like and subscribe if you haven't. I'll repeat myself again. If you haven't already, please do. Really appreciate it if you can. And if I can just ask a favour, and I wouldn't normally do this, if you can just share this video just to one person. I mean, more obviously if you can, but just to one person will be good. And again, I'll appreciate it if you can. All right, speak to you soon, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.